Hey guys, another quick update. Just got back from work, so decided as the rain is not with us right now to try and get the concrete done this afternoon. So I've just been to Wicks, turn you around. Just picked up some ballast and some cement. So I've got all my buckets ready. Doing a 4-to-1 mix, unfortunately mixing by hand, hence me mixing trays out. Let me show you where we're at with the pond. Yesterday yesterday evening, I took all the sand that was at the bottom of the pond and compressed it as best I can with my sledgehammer, because my whacker plate doesn't actually fit in the grooves. The whacker plate's 14 centimetres and the gap I wanted is 10 centimetres, so yeah, whacked it down with a mallet, and then with the rest of the sand just put it all round the edge, just to that pesky squirrels back again, digging up my garden. Wait, get off. Yeah, go on, you run away. You go bury your nuts somewhere else. Got no fear at all, these squirrels. I'm stood here in the garden talking to you guys, and the cheek of it. Must have been about 15 holes in my lawn this morning that I've had to fill back in. Now where's he gone? Mr. Squirrel, oh there he goes. Yeah, go bury it over there, don't mind over there. It's one of the reasons I've decided to make that bit fake grass. It's currently rolled up over there at the minute, but yeah. Although he does still bury his nuts in it, but at least I don't have to repair the grass like holes like that. Blooming things. Love watching them. I mean, the way they leap from that conker tree onto my shed and then leap across to my neighbour's shed. Anyway, we digress. But yeah, so I've used all the sand to backfill so we don't get any seepage from the cement. So there's very little sand left in there now. Swept it all out. But yeah, the reason why it was going to just be a 2-step pond, but the reason why it was a 3-step pond was these two big, huge lumps of concrete. Two layers. God knows how far back they go. I'm hoping that when I start digging from there, they're not that big and I can dig round them. But they are huge. I mean, all this hardcore that was under the pathway along the back there, most of it's dug out, all the big bits anyway, because obviously I don't want to start digging down, pull a bit out, and then there'll be a big hole underneath the concrete, if you get me. So yeah, I've moved all the big bits out and left the littler bits in there, because I'd already compacted all that down anyway. But yeah, all these came from when I was actually digging this little hole. Would you Adam and Eve it? I mean, the hole itself, even in the deepest bit from ground level, is only about 2 foot, and all that come out of there, which is why it was such a small pond in the first place, because it was a bit hard work, and I didn't have the tools that I have now when I built this pond. So I'm hoping with the tools I've got now, my spades, pickaxes and everything else, I'm hoping that I can get it all out a bit easier. But yeah, a friend of mine has said I can borrow his breaker if needs be to get them out and smash them up. Plus I may need it to get the old fence posts out, but I'm just working round them for now, because as I said before, I think the easiest way for me to try and get them out is dig this out first, and then hopefully it'll just pull out, fingers crossed. But yeah, I just hope my hole isn't too wide and too close to that, because that one is pretty close. The rest are obviously, well, I suppose even that one. Let's just hope the concrete doesn't go too far back, because there will be a bit of a hole under there, but we can feel, I mean, as I say, this is all clay. Make it a bit damp, squish it back in the hole, let it dry, should be fine. Once the liner's in, obviously it ain't going to go anywhere anyway. But yeah, that's where we're at for now. So I'm going to get mixing, and I'll come back to you when this is all full up. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I don't know whether you can see me from over there. I just thought, as I'm mixing the cement by hand, I just thought I'd go through and quickly show you guys how I actually do it. As I said, I'm using a 4-to-1 mix, so I've got currently 20 litres of sand here, 5 litres of cement, and I'll run through and show you how we do it. And I've got 2 more loads to mix up, and then that's should be enough and done by then. So I'll just show you how we do it. So you start off with getting your sand on your mixing mat. So, and all I do is I make a very big well. Some people like small ones, but I like the big ones. Everyone likes a big one. There we go. Just like that. Not like that, just like that. And get your 5 litres of cement. So, and then what you want to do is drop what we call dry mixing. So the aim of this, what you're looking for, is for one consistent colour. You don't want to see greys and browns, light greys and dark greys, light browns and dark browns. You want it all one consistent colour, and you'll see in a minute, the more I mix, it turns into one colour. Just keep working your way around the tray. You'll start to see in a second that it's all becoming one sort of dark grey colour once I get round the side. You'll see now, this is where it starts to turn a nice dark grey. And so what you want to do, keep mixing until it's all one solid colour. You see, I've still got some browns around the edge, some lighter greys here and there. So I'll keep mixing this and I'll snap back to you in a second once it's all done. So as you can see now, the cement itself is all one colour. There's no light greys, blues or oranges in there anymore. So now what we do is we turn the hose pipe on and wet it. Again, as you can see, I leave quite a big well in the middle. Now what we're aiming for, consistency wise, is the easiest way I can explain it is a very thick but pourable cement. And then what I do is just keep going around the edge, pushing your cement mix into the water. Try to keep the water in the middle at this stage. I always find it's easier. And try and keep it in the middle as long as you can, because then it's a lot easier. once you're middle and once you can see that you're running out of water to mix in, it doesn't mean to say that it won't still mix. So you just keep going until it becomes real stodgy. That's a good word for it, stodgy. As you can see, by keeping it in the middle, it saves me having to chase it all around the edges of the tray. Once it becomes the right consistency, it's easy then to move it around the tray while it's very runny. Now I'm going to need a tad more water though. I'm trying to chase the water around the edge and get it into the mix. That's what you want to try and avoid. Looks about right now. This is mixed in. Yeah. Now what you're looking for is to make sure that there's no dry spots. There you go, that is one well mixed pile of cement. Now the main reason for saying pourable but as thick as possible pourable is because obviously water in the concrete will soak into the soil, soak into the sand, soak into the hard core, also evaporate. As obviously it does that, yes, the concrete dries, but it also shrinks. So the less water you've got in there, the less obviously it's going to shrink, which is why you don't want a really runny mixture, because as all the water then soaks away into the soil and the hard core, your concrete level drops, which then means later you've got to go around and top it all back up. But so far none of the batches have shrunk, so we're doing good. I'll take you with me. I'll show you what we're doing with it. So as you can see, this side is all done, up to just over halfway on that side. This side is all done, and again just over to halfway on that side. I didn't start in the middle. What I'm doing is I'm putting one bucket load on one side, so I'm doing this one now, and then actually no, it's that one's turn I think, and then one bucket load on that side. Yeah, it is that one, because that's where I've left my trowel. So give me a second. Where can I put you guys? Oh, it weighs a ton. Use a bit of hardcore. Will it sit? Nope. Let's try there. Ah, gotcha. Right, now I've got the camera stable. The reason why I say as thick as you can but pourable, because it's a lot easier if you can just tip your bucket up and pour it in. Once that's roughly poured, what you then do, get a trowel. This is the one I use, flat fronted trowel. Obviously if it was a bigger area and a wider area, you'd use a spade for this, but then what you want to do is just poke it in into all the nooks and crannies. By doing this as well, that also gets out all the air bubbles. So that one's now in, and I've removed all the air bubbles. What I do now is I leave that for 10-15 minutes to set, and while that's doing that, I'll get myself another bucket and pour in that side. And then what I do, once that's poured, the bit before I poured on both sides will then be ready for smoothing out, because it'll be about half an hour since I did those two bits basically, because each mix takes about 15-20 minutes to mix, and then 10 odd minutes to pour and level and everything. So that'll then be not set but a bit firmer, because obviously any excess water should have then drained underneath by then, so you can then work out your level and smooth it off. And as you can see from, I started in this corner initially and went that way and got all that side done in one go, because I tried to mix 4 buckets of sand and a whole bucket then of cement, and I tell you what, that was backbreaking. So I've now been doing it in halves, 2 buckets of sand and half a bucket of cement. I was absolutely bob on, just half a bucket more, and that was that. But yeah, all done now, all the way round. It's not perfect, but it'll do for the job that it's meant to do, which is keep the sleepers off the soil. Obviously, as I showed you before, it's just a couple of centimetres above ground level all the way round. The path isn't perfectly level, but all the way round it's going to be a few centimetres above where any soil is going to be basically. But yeah, just washed all my tools. Just got to tidy up the garden now and try and sort something out with the grass, because the missus will kill me if I ruin the lawn. Not that the squirrels won't do that for me, but yeah, so another job done. That'll take a good 48 hours to fully go off, and once that's gone off, we can get some sleepers on it. They're not here yet, on order, but yeah, let me know what you think. Any advice? If I've done anything wrong, let me know. But as I say, I don't generally do groundworks. General handyman, furniture builder, and carpenter by trade. So you know, not bad. It will do what I need it to do. As I say, job is a good one. Right, catch you all on the next one. Thanks for watching.